Welcome back.
Morning!
Everybody.
The gang's back.
Yeah.
The three of us. I'm just cruising at the moment, very slowly because it's misty, as
yeah,
you
it's
can
really
see.
misty, but it's clearing up because you couldn't see anything half an hour ago. But it's clearing up a bit.
Dad's gonna cruise soon. When he wakes up, he's got to have his coffee and wake up. It's not. It's about 9:30. It's not.
Yeah, a bit
Not
later
like
today.
early like
Yeah.
me and Josh done the last three.
We thought we'd have a lion
was early.
today, but we still got woken up.
Yeah, there was a boat. There's a boat behind us. Put the engine on
Hire
at
boat moored up right behind us.
8:15. It's not really that early, but then we had the same time. We had
People
strimmers strimming the fishing spots.
Yeah. Everywhere you go, is that just us? Everywhere you go, someone's strimming the grass or cutting the grass.
Yeah, it's wherever we go. It seems they seem to follow us.
But,
Nice and clear though, it's not like the River Severn, it's
Yeah.
very clear, but there's a lot of rock and that about, I can see, like you said.
Yeah, we know. Josh has already told you.
This bit ain't that bad actually.
No,
Just that little
that bit
through
where I hit rock bottom,
bottom
it
of
was
the
really
river was just rock.
and it wasn't wide like this, Andy. It was narrow, so you had to go through, and I was avoiding the back, and I hit the front.
Yeah, it's our last cruise on the Avon. We cruised 13 miles to Tewkesbury, only 2 locks. But that means I have to go back and get the car, of course.
Oh,
So
God.
it's going to be a 10-mile walk.
Yeah, he's going to cut some of it off.
Yeah.
You're going to take them with you?
Not me. I ain't doing 10 miles.
No,
5 miles is my limit. We're walking.
can't cycle it because we'll be on public footpaths. And yeah, so we're going to get to Tewkesbury, more up there.
Tewkesbury.
Yeah, because we've only got a week's license, so we have to be off by Wednesday.
Or Thursday, really.
Well, no, Thursdays. No, you can't do Thursday because that's
The day we got it.
the day we got it was Thursday. 7 days from Thursday is Wednesday night.
6 days, isn't it?
No, if you count it,
A week from.
Count it.
Okay.
it's valid until the 19th, which is the
What
Thursday.
did it say that?
It says 12th to the 19th.
Oh, okay. Well,
So the 19th is the Thursday, so it should be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
but we end up going off on a Thursday anyway, Mum. We're going off on a Wednesday. Me and Dad are going to cruise through
Yeah.
Gloucester docks
And I'm going to take the car ahead, I think.
because it's semi-tidal river. And Dad doesn't feel safe going on the River Severn. Just me and Mum after what happened last time.
After losing the tenner last
And
time.
Mum's scared of the River Severn now.
No, I'm not. I just don't. I'm not. It doesn't worry me. I've done the bloody wash. It doesn't worry me, rivers really. But after what happened on the Severn, it was a bit, yeah. As you could tell from my screaming, it was a bit frightening when you lost the tiller
Yeah.
and you had no control of the boat.
On a flooding river, yeah. It's great. Luckily we got out of it alive. Just like the one on the Thames with me and Dad.
Yeah, that was red boards. We didn't know better then. Oh, Christ, the things we've learnt over the years, guys. God, going on red boards.
It's all to do with rivers. So
December.
just avoid rivers, really.
Made you feel alive though, the River Thames on red boards.
Yeah. We didn't know any different though. We thought, oh, this must be what rivers is like.
Well, I've had sea boats, but I've had them on the Torridge and the Tall, and that's like the second
Tidal, yeah.
second
Tidal.
highest tides in the world, fastest tides as well. They can run at 10 knots through there because it's a sea. I didn't think much of it, but these narrow boats, they're completely different than a sea boat with an
Yeah.
35 horsepower
So
outboard
much
on
heavier.
it.
But
Yeah.
the rivers are beautiful, like when it's like this.
You saw Amy when she was trying to steer up the lakes, wasn't she, in one of those boats, and she was going round and round in circles. Do you remember?
Yeah, yeah.
So they're really easy to turn and move.
But yeah, Tewkesbury, there's no parking there really. Well, there is. I found a couple of spots, thankfully, because it's in the middle of the town. It's all paid to park. It's a bit of a nightmare, but I've managed to find some parking along one of the A roads that goes into Tewkesbury.
Oh, it's some proper bull rush there.
Too far from the boat. Anyway, yeah, let's enjoy this last cruise on the.
Slide me along.
See what she thinks about it. Maybe a late 9 o'clock finish. Monday.
have to say, I am very surprised with the amount of visitor moorings on the River Avon. Here's another one here. Lovely, beautiful spot. Only enough room for about 2 boats. Well, it looks like the sun is just starting to burn through that cloud, and hopefully when it does, it should come out to be a nice day. This is another lovely visitor mooring here at Coomberton Quay, and you can actually walk up to the village, that great Coomberton, lovely village. We'll walk through that later on in the video. Believe it or not, but that is the Cotswolds there. We're not quite in it. The border for it is the other side of the River Avon, but it is lovely to see the Cotswolds. What's ironic is this is the most northern part of the Cotswolds, and in the most southern part is the other River Avon that is joint to the Avon Canal. That actually does go through the Cotswolds. While walking back to the car, I took my drone with me to fly it over the River Avon, because I regretted not flying it. So you won't see the boat, but this is the same section of river. You just get a much nicer perspective of the whole area. We've now reached Nafford Lock, and there's the infamous sunken boat here that has been here for a good 8 years now. I believe 2016 it sunk. It's now looking all rusted and very, very sorry for itself. I don't know how true this is, but it's the only information I can find out online, is that someone named Paddy was bringing their boat down the river in the swell when it was on flood, and actually got the bottom of the boat caught on the land above the lock. And then, of course, when the flood water went, he was high and dry, and then somehow the boat ended up in the weir channel and ultimately somehow sunk. The reason it's just stayed here and no one's done anything about it is because there's no room to get a crane here. It's too remote. So it will just stay there forever, unless it gets washed away in a really high flood, or it will just rust away for 100 odd years. There's another annoying thing about Nafford Lock, and that's the fact it has a swing bridge in the middle. Now, of course, the lock is against us, so we don't have to go straight in. If the lock's on your side, you can't go straight into the lock, because you've got to move the swing bridge first. So be aware of that, and also make sure you swing it before you rise your boat up in the lock, otherwise you sink your boat. This next section of the River Avon is perhaps the most stunning, absolutely beautiful. Just enjoy. It's probably the tightest bend on the River Avon. It's a bit of a swan's neck. Well, it is actually called the Swan's Neck on the map. There's also visitor moorings here too. Lovely spot for it, where you can just watch the boats Tokyo drift around that bend. Pure excitement and exhilaration. This is Eckington Bridge. The first bridge was built here in 1440, replacing an earlier ferry. It fell into disrepair and was replaced with a current stone bridge in 1720s. It consists of 6 arches built of red sandstone. I think it's probably my most favourite bridge on this river, and is built out of a totally different material than the rest. But sadly, in 2022, a collision between 2 cars on the bridge caused damage and a car entered the river. The driver of that car sadly died.
Did you get it?
That's one big witness mark from the last flood, isn't it? And it's partly why I'm not taking my time on the Avon, because I knew in the back of my mind that it wouldn't be long before those winter floods came back in, and they came back in fast. You'll see in the coming videos that we had to do some drastic cruises to avoid them. So stay tuned for that, because it's exciting. We arrived at Stention Lock, and there's a water point here, and there's also moorings too. So we decided to fill up on water and have some lunch. There you go. There's an old swing bridge here too, but I think it can be operational sometimes, but the person who owns the house has to do it. So just be aware of that.
They were waiting for us to go through, and in the end they gave up because we took.
Wow, it does feel surreal to finally be cruising this section that I've been coming over for the past 4 years of the River Avon and wondering, wow, one day I'll do the River Avon, one day I'll do it. And finally, here we are doing it on a beautiful sunny September day. Couldn't be better, really. Then over there is the village of Twining, with a lovely little pub on the riverbank, which is called the Fleet. I believe you can moor there. I'm not sure though. It probably is patrons only. And here we are, we've made it to Tewkesbury. This ancient bridge we're going through right now is called King John's Bridge, built by the man himself supposedly. But just past this is some visitor moorings on the right hand side, which is where we're going to moor, but we've got to reverse back, as there's only enough room for about 3 or 4 boats here, because most of the rings are actually missing from the stonework. It needs to be repaired.
I'll keep it that way because of the being in the mud, drags in the mud.
Tewkesbury,
Very
Tewkesbury.
overlooked though, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apartments
In all
over there.
directions.
A pub opposite, a road behind.
There's houses here, yeah.
So it's not a very nice spot at all,
But
really.
the trouble is, there's 2 boats here, and we're too long to get in between them.
Lovely fish here, Josh.
So we got to reverse back behind the other narrowboat and before the bridge here, but it's really silted up. And the last sort of mooring has been removed.
Yeah.
So we've had to
Because it's
invert
silted
the
up, I
route.
think, Josh. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we've made it to Tewkesbury. Very nice. It's come out lovely now. Indian summer. It's like an Indian summer today.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful.
Hope it lasts like this, but I doubt it. It's actually warm now.
I've
not
taken
cold.
I've got 2 more layers, so
It's going to be an bra in a minute,
I
guys.
had 4 layers on. I'm down to 2 now, so I'll
Doing the
probably
full
take this
Monty.
one. We're going to go for a little walk after
Yeah.
to take some headache tablets.
We're going to have a little look around Tewkesbury.
Keep the shopping
Have a look at the Abbey.
Take
Yeah.
a shopping
Get
trolley.
shopping trolley.
Yeah, I've just got to get some milk and eggs. Andy wants to do a quiche tomorrow, don't you? So
And,
I don't know if he wants to do a quiche tomorrow, but we've asked for a quiche tomorrow.
He's the one who mentioned it.
Yeah, he's the one that said about it actually, didn't you? He said about quiche.
I just saw Josh and I could just see Keisha on his face.
But we'll be,
Do you know what? I reckon they might just be visiting those people, just out walking around, and they might go later.
yeah, they're probably doing the same as we're doing.
If they go tomorrow, we'll move up. So we're not going till Wednesday. are we?
No, not going to
It's
Wednesday.
just nice and quiet here. You're not overlooked. There's not a road.
Shut up. We've got a pub, a road, houses.
Public footpath.
Thing is, you could probably go down there, but I don't.
Trouble
I
is, you
don't
can't have
been
to
here, so-
reverse all the way back to get into the lock, 'cause
Yeah.
the lock's just there. So, I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did, because it's absolutely beautiful.
Someone's
yeah.
having fish and chips in front of the boat.
I recommend people
Yeah,
doing
the
the River
Avon-
Avon.
Avon.
It's absolutely spectacular.
Definitely one of our favourite rivers.
Yeah.
Not as good as the
Beautiful.
Nene. I mean, the locks are better than Nene, but the
Yeah.
Nene was
The
probably
Nene
our
was-
favourite.
Yeah, but the Nene was busy because we went in like summer, so it's really, really busy.
Yeah, definitely recommend doing it this time of year and
Yeah.
in spring.
If you can
Spring's
get
your
on.
best bet because you won't have fish and then going over their lines.
Yeah, which we did. Yeah, but nobody was sat there. It was an empty chair and just a fishing rod. So,
Yeah, we'll be going onto the River Severn on Wednesday, me and Dad, and down to Gloucester. Where Mum will
I
meet
won't be
us.
doing that bit. I'm going to take the car ahead, probably do some shopping, kill some time.
And he's done it again.
He's done it. He's moved.
It's more comfortable here. There's some cushion on the seat.
Sorry about the angle, guys. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe.
What's up, Doc?
See you later.
See you next time. Bye.
Here's a look at the Avon before it heads down onto the River Severn, which is only about a quarter of a mile away. Here's the lock itself, the only manned one on the entire navigation. This plaque states that there has been a lock here since 1636. There is also visitor moorings down here, but you have to pay for them, so make sure you moor where we did, if there's room. Well, this is Healing's flour mill. And at its peak, in 1892, it was considered the largest and most advanced flour mill in the country, capable of producing 25 sacks of flour an hour. Sadly, operations ceased in 2006, and it's been abandoned ever since. They are actually listed buildings though. I think the only thing for them is to turn them into residential apartments. If you're lucky, there is actually 2 parking spots here you don't have to pay for. But you gotta be very lucky. Now, of course, you can navigate down the backwater of the River Avon, but I don't know if there's any visitor mooring, and we're just going to walk it to save the stress of having to try and turn around with the 70-foot narrowboat. The view out to the big bad River Severn. Right, looking forward to it. If you remember what happened to us last time we went on there, you may know why. This is the very end of navigation, and it looks like you probably can turn here, but there's quite a few boats around, so I wouldn't want to do it really. This is Abbey Mill, and we're right at the end of the navigation. I wonder why there wasn't a lock here down onto the River Severn. Make more sense, but there's got to be a reason for it. There's been a mill on this site since 1190. The mill was rebuilt in 1793 though, and at that time had 4 wheels which powered the millstones. This looks like Tewkesbury's old little fire station. It has a much larger one now.
Closer than Stratford, isn't it?
And now we've made it to Tewkesbury Abbey, the highlight of our little trip to Tewkesbury. Some of this building dates back to the 12th century, but an abbey had been here since the 10th century. A lot of it is built out of cane stone, which was imported from Normandy in France and floated up the River Severn. And then, of course, came Henry VIII. And at the dissolution of monasteries, the last abbot, John Wakeman, surrendered the abbey to the commissioners of Henry VIII on the 9th of January 1539. And unlike most abbeys, as you can see, this one is not abandoned, thankfully, to the people of Tewkesbury back then, who saved the abbey from destruction, insisting that it was their parish church, and they bought it from the crown. The price came to £453, which in today's money would be £371,500. We then took a look around Tewkesbury's lovely high street, with lots of old Tudor buildings, my favourite architecture. Tewkesbury grew thanks to its rich abbey in the 12th century and played a significant role in the War of Roses. It stood at the joining point between the River Avon and the River Severn, and thus became a popular trading point. We continued to look around lovely Tewkesbury, looking at a lot of the charity shops, but as you can see, most of my filming just consisted of filming, of course, the Tudor buildings. You could say I have a bit of a bias.
Oh, you couldn't see it.
No.
Yeah, no.
Thought it'd be older than that, wouldn't you? I think the building.
This is the Black Bear, said to be Gloucestershire's oldest public house, dating from 1308, although the last time we had bears in the UK was 500 AD. It closed in 2017, underwent renovation in 2019-2022, and opened up only last year in 2023. It's funny how this turned out. It may look like we're just continuing to walk down the road, but no, it's not. This is quite a few hours later, the next day, when I began my walk back to get the car. But anyway, it's a 10-mile walk back to get the car. A lot of it is avoiding the river because the river's so curvy, and it's the quickest and fastest and straightest route I could possibly find, cutting off 3 miles.
That bridge has certainly collapsed, hasn't it? Old covert. Beautiful area.
The first village I made my way to was Twining, and this is where the Fleet pub is located. Lovely little place.
Down little lane. All sorts today. That was Twining. Twyning. I believe. ING, sorry, IGN, what am I on about? And yeah, lovely place, lovely houses, and nice pub called the Fleet. I think it's called the Fleet. And yeah, nice little visit down a little country lane now for a bit. We'll try and get on the M5.
Can you really call it Cotswolds Grange? Because we're not exactly in the Cotswolds, are we? I mean, you get a view of the Cotswolds, but a bit of false advertising there.
Lovely old farmhouse. So yeah, I think I better censor that. The M5. Should be an underpass along here somewhere. Hello guys.
I was very grateful to find this underpass and on public land, because you can go quite a long way before finding a bridge over a motorway or an underpass.
Oh god, there's an ankle breaking. Has this bridge collapsed? I mean, it slid down, isn't it? Literally slid down. Some sort of farmer's field now. I don't know what this is, some sort of... Is it running beans? Oh, it might be running beans actually. What a view. Mile 4 now, out of 10 of course. Feeling good, no pain in my feet, no pain in my calves, which would have been definitely happening before, but now I've sort of you know, built my body up to, so I'm accustomed to walking nearly every day. I feel alright. I can go about 8 miles without feeling any pain. I've done it in about an hour and 19 minutes, so which is not bad, about 3.5 miles per hour I'm walking at, which is also good because I used to only be able to walk about 2.5 miles per hour, which is yeah, I'm happy with that. Back on the road again. That house is definitely abandoned. Weird, isn't it? Thought that'd be bought up. Sometimes you feel like you're going for a private bloody land. I thought I was walking for about long, waiting for someone to say something. Thank God for that.
Oh, I would not want to be on this bridge when that river floods. I can imagine it does go above this footpath over the weir.
Oh God. I've crossed the river on the other side now. Up to Eckington now, and through Eckington, have a little look around Eckington. Look at that. Quintessential. No station here no more. See the old station there by the looks of it. Through Eckington and could go onto a bit busier country lane now for quite a while, about a mile, which is going to be fun. That's why I've only got one earphone in, because I've always got to, you know, walk on the right side of the road and listen out for traffic. Wow, that is stunning. Look at the deer, look at that. Isn't that lovely? Thanks for the 10 times optical zoom on this phone. I can get them. That's a good result. Only 2 cars. Now we're off onto the boat footpaths again, yay! I'm not, but I'm in the Cotswolds. That's the Avon there. Look at that. You'd think that ridgeline would be the Cotswolds, wouldn't you? But this is... Totally forgot the Mervyn Hills. A beautiful old oak. Just a skeleton now. I mean, come on, doesn't get much better than that, does it? Wow, the Avon Hills. Absolutely stunning, this river. Up to Great Coomberton now. Lovely area. Absolutely lovely. Mature trees everywhere. Crikey. That oak is ancient. Well, I mean, if I could afford it. God, that is beautiful. Great Coomberton, must have knew I was coming. Got a whole new pavement for me. Look at that. Oh, the factories around here, man. Look at that, just look at that. Oh, I mean, look at that 6 Series. Cream leather, red interior. Love a 6 Series, that's what Mum used to have back in Ilfracombe. Bit of a beast for down there. But it was the coupe, but that's the cabriolet. Beautiful cars. Eckington, lovely place. Down Key Lane now. This will take us back down to the Avon. We'll go on the Avon for a little bit. Not too far now, we've done about 8 miles, 2 miles to go I think. What a beautiful avenue. There she is. Going off the Avon now. If we take that route down there, that contours around the land with the river, and we can take a shortcut, cut through the peninsula that sticks out here to Pershore. Oh, this is a rickety old bridge. Shrek, I'm looking down! Anyone gets that reference, let me know. Oh my god. Don't look down, donkey! Oh, my legs are feeling it now. My knees and my feet.
Almost there now. This road is the bridge that crosses the. I'm going to have to cross the road because thankfully there's an underpass down here. This is where we're moored. Just here. No one's even here today. God, it's busy here today. It's good to see the car's all nice and safe. Let's go back. 4 hours, not bad. Quite happy with that actually. 4 hours and 10 miles in 4 hours, so yeah, pretty good.